Croeso sianel Blaid Llwyd. Welcome back to Journal. And as I said way back in January when we started doing this, it's our third episode now. It is on hiatus, and I was just checking the itch page before I started recording here, and there is a reply to a comment on there from the creator of Journal, hoping that in about, allowed the time since it was written, maybe within 2 months there might be some news. The game is definitely not cancelled, but it is on hiatus. So this video will be it for a while. Really not sure how things are going to go from here, but I am following the dev on itch, so I will find out what's going on. And normally what I do, of course, if you're familiar with my VNs, we kind of pick a route and we try to stay there so it's a fairly coherent story, unless I'm doing 2 different routes updating. Because I don't know where things are going with this, rather than stick with one club and the same characters, for this one we're just going to jump around a bit, try some other clubs, maybe chat to some other people. It isn't a set route yet with where we're going, so we'll do this, give you a bit more of a view of the VN, and I'll see what happens when it gets back to being worked on. Okay, that's it for now. Let's get back into the story. Day 3, August 26th. Not today, motherfucker. Lucas, you're going to be late for school. I should be getting out of bed. 5 more minutes won't hurt anybody. Isn't your first class at 8, sweetie? It's 7:55. Shit. Shit. Come in. I jumped out of the bed and quickly changed myself to the closest set of clothes I found. Try saying that 10 times. I have to drop the twins early today, so we're leaving now. Message me if you need anything. Now, kids, say goodbye to your brother. Bye, Brick Bro. Bye, Lucas. Have a nice day. I shouted while looking at my left shoe. The hell did I leave it? It's not under the bed, nor behind the door. Oh, the bathroom. There you are, you little shit. Okay, I have my backpack, phone, wallet, earbuds and keys. Good. I'm leaving. I shouted into the empty house for some reason, and stepped out into the sunny morning, locking the door behind me. Shit, I'm running so late. It turns out that my regular 10-minute walk to school can be done in 3 minutes by running my ass off. Just as I entered the school, I heard the bell ring, so I picked up the pace and jumped the stairs 2 by 2. Some students stared at me here and there, but I didn't really pay enough attention to feel pressured. I think I made it. I looked inside the classroom and saw that Dick hadn't arrived yet. Using that as a cue, I walked to my seat while sheepishly looking at the floor. God's had mercy on me. You're 5 minutes late. You're lucky Dick hasn't arrived. I kind of completely slept through my alarm. I sat down on my seat and immediately started spraying myself with my emergency deodorant. Smell good? Feel good? I turned to look at Amy, who seemed focused on whatever was on her phone. I looked around the room, noticing that along with Dick, half the class was also missing. Is there any reason as to why half the class isn't here? She shrugged while typing to her phone with a focused expression. Hey, I'm ordering from Port Donald's. Do you want anything? Good morning, Amy. Morning. I've seen her getting a cheeseburger. I don't think they start serving them until noon. Oh, you're actually serious? Of course I am. You're going to eat a burger right now? It is quite literally 8 a.m. So, food can be eaten at all hours. Having that sort of meal as breakfast doesn't sound like the greatest idea. Beats nothing, don't it? Yeah, sure, whatever. But are we even allowed to eat inside the classroom? I think so. My last year's homeroom teacher always ate while teaching. It sucks we got Dick's our main teacher. On sophomore year we got an old lady called Teresa. She is strict but really good. Amy sighed defeatedly. Yeah, she didn't realise she said it sucked we got Dick. I mean, if anybody would make the kind donation and given me Dick, I would be pretty stoked about it. It would mean that I've completed one of my main goals on my bucket list. Then I would just need to become a millionaire to achieve true happiness. What are you all smiley about? Something stupid. But not impossible. Okay. Anyway, you didn't answer. Do you want anything? My treat. Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. She stared at me with a judging gaze. You look like you could use some fries. No, really. It's okay. You just told me your legs should slept through your alarm, so most likely you didn't have breakfast. Fries are better than nothing. Just saying. Large, medium or small? Free food, I guess. Small, please. You got it. So, did you have fun yesterday? Surprisingly enough, I'm looking forward to today. Nice. She put away her cell phone in a very pink backpack. You know, I was actually half expecting you not to come today like the rest of the normies here. What do you mean? She cocked her eyebrow. Didn't you watch the news? People are going ballistic online. I haven't opened Twitter in around a year. Nope, did something happen? How do I explain this? She shifted in place uncomfortably. An official report came out that a lot of people have gone missing in the last 6 months, most still yet to be found. This happened all over the states with different statistics. Texas is the worst of them all, with almost 1,500 people going missing since the year started. New Jersey is in the thousands as well. She started playing with the fabric of her skirt, avoiding eye contact. Let me put it this way. Out of the 51 states, let's say the average per territory is around 1,000 people gone missing. That would make 51,000 people missing. We are on August. These numbers must have been exaggerated. We're still a fourth of the year left. About that. These numbers were the ones the government admitted, so it's probably a bit more. About the disappearances, people started noticing a pattern. She struggled to find words, opening her mouth just to close it again in a loop. Meanwhile, I noticed some people around us actually stopped their conversations to listen to ours. Some of the same clueless expression I probably had right now, or others just looked defeated. Even Zach had pulled one of his earbuds out to listen to us. So yeah, about the missing people, most of the disappearances seem to be targeted. They're attacking races that are infrequent. I know it sounds dumb to say this, just give some thought. When's the last time you've seen a Chihuahua, a Pug, or hell, even a Pomeranian? And I know this is an awkward question, but when was the last time you've seen a fox beside someone in your family? Not even an Arctic fox, just a fox in general. I pondered for a bit, only to realise I'd never met an Arctic fox before. It's been a bit since I saw a regular fox. I think the last one I remember seeing was my ex-classmate from middle school, Rebecca. Now that I think about it, something that's also weird is I've seen a lot of mixed races within the canines. Smaller dogs and foxes are starting to look more wolf-like, if that makes any sense. The foxes I've met have started to lose their narrow snouts and puffy tails, becoming, bluntly put, rougher. People are also taller nowadays. The last time I saw was in middle school. A friend of my brother was a fox as well. And that's not the worst part. The thing is, close to none of these numbers have been felines. You know what this means, right? The government, who are mostly tigers, are completely ignoring the problem. You know how racism is, well, trying to stay out too late, okay? What about reptiles? Dragons specifically? I'm not too sure. The channel mostly focused on canines. It probably means that they don't have it as bad. Oh, that's a relief. My family are all mixed dragons. My parents are wyverns. You're adopted? I didn't know you're adopted. What's it like? She didn't particularly shout, but the people near us who were eavesdropping, it was Zach and the guy next to Amy, looked astonished. At least they had the respect to look away. Nosy people, noisy girl. Amy noticed how these people looked at us in disbelief and awkwardly muttered a quick apology. It's okay, not many people heard. I patted her back and flashed her a toothy grin. She anxiously reciprocated with a smile of her own. So a lot of people have gone missing and people are starting to notice. The government hasn't done anything about it either, since it's not particularly affecting felines. But they'll ignore the problem until it either becomes a normality or magically solves itself. Unless they are the ones creating this whole ordeal, then we're kind of fucked. I'm even going to try to understand politics or the why of this problem. I'm just going to go focus on preventing my family from getting the short end of the stick. I know I can run and defend myself if someone tries to attack me, but they won't. Mom is overworked and tired most of the time, and the twins just turned 8. I have to buy pepper spray and teach them how to use it. Hey, quit ignoring me. I did? Oh, I'm sorry. She smiled timidly, her gaze still held some mockery in them. Be sure to take precautions. Really wouldn't like if one of my only friends suddenly went missing, you know? Thanks, Amy. You too be careful out there. A notification sound came from Amy's phone. Our food just arrived, come on. What if the teacher comes? I don't think he's going to show up at all. I mean, the rules the teachers arrive in the first 15 minutes of the period, we have to report to the principal. But no one is dumb enough to do that. Now come on, the food is getting cold. She stood up and nodded her head towards the door. I followed suit without an easy feeling from our talk. Dude, I can hear you thinking. The news guy said as long as you stick with someone else, you should be fine. So don't give it too much thought. Sorry for ruining the mood. What? No, it's okay. Thanks for telling me, actually. Though I was technically with you there, we didn't really get a chance to hang around. So I didn't get to ask you your opinion of the club. Are you really asking that? It was ass. She pouted. But did you see the girl in the second row close to the door? Not really, no. I didn't even look at the blackboard. She's called Brooke. She's a really good childhood friend of mine. We were besties in freshman year. We didn't get any classes together since she started taking AP. She actually joined the science club willingly. Can you believe that? Amy, I think you're the only one in that room that doesn't want to be there. Loser. I heard that, asshole. But overall, I think I'm happy I went to the science club. That means you stayed in that club, right? Most likely, yeah. Aye, nice. You get to stuff up with me. Yeah, that and the fact it relaxed me for some weird reason. It relaxed you? The teacher's the major jerk. Did you see how he treated that kid? Oh yeah, almost forgot he destroyed that kid yesterday. If he knew you called him a jerk, he'd chew you out as well. Wonder what insult he saved for you. I'll make sure to never find out. He scares the fuck out of me. Every time he looks at me, I'm scared of wetting myself out of fear. I meant pee, you weirdo. I felt like peeing myself. Why would I wet myself that way? Because you're weird? I wouldn't put it past you. Dude. We ended up picking up the food and eating on the way back to the classroom. Amy was panting for all the stairs she had to go through. Oh well, let's just say she doesn't take playful banter in the best way. I mean, if I really wanted to say something hurtful, I'd have done so. But she actually ignored me and proceeded to inhale a double bacon cheeseburger. And again, I warned her that she was going to get a tummy ache later in the day, but my words fell on deafened ears. Even though we were just outside the classroom, Amy kept quiet while still stuffing her face with food. Stop chewing with your mouth open. She chuckled. Make me. She shouted into the hall. Stop eating and talking. I decided to play along. Then she proceeded to put her hand in the air for a hot motion as she took the last bite. But it's good. Hey you, kid, shut the fuck up. A homeroom teacher shouted from inside. So he did end up coming. Like an hour late, but he did come in the end. Inside the classroom, I felt the gazes of our classmates watching us intently. Even saw Derek shoot me a questioning look. Everyone had a blush out of me. Hey teach, you can't talk to your students like that. You're going to get reported again. The teacher shot the small girl a mean look, then exhaled loudly. Adams, refrain from opening your mouth. Outside of class, right? Permanently, we'd better. Now finish your food and get in here. I saw his gaze land on my fries, then on Amy, who finished a whole ass burger in around 3 minutes. I think I'm into now. I want to sour his humour more. Alrighty, thanks for the free fries, by the way. She smiled warmly. Next time's your treat, though. You got it. I ended up eating half my fries and saving the rest for our break. Then into the classroom with a sheepish smile, still a bit embarrassed. So, when you say this formula, you're going to have to substitute the values given before proceeding with the equation. This substitution is not made by merely changing the values. You first have to take both values. God, finally! He stretched his back, made a really loud, satisfying pop sound. Finish page 30 of your math textbook before tomorrow. Blah blah blah, you can imagine proper instructions. The previously messy desk became squeaky clean in a matter of seconds. Then without any other word, the male left the classroom. Dude, seriously, what's his problem? Didn't even finish his explanation. I shrugged. Beats me. I don't want to go to my club. Sounds like a you problem. Let's go the first 20 minutes, say you feel sick and then leave. If I just went for like 5 minutes, I'll have to wait for the night bus. Might as well suffer completely, like what am I even supposed to do for an hour and a half? Come on, I'll walk you there. What a kind soul. What can I say? You gave me free food. I'm indebted. Oh, so it wasn't because I'm great. You're great at annoying people. Rude? Yeah. Now let's get going. Wait a second. I ended up dropping Amy rather quickly. She didn't really put up much of the fight as I thought. Regardless, I walked down to the entrance of the school trying to decide what to do. I mean, yesterday was fun enough, so maybe I could try going again today? I guess we can spot Amy. And I walked to the top floor once more, the hall now completely deserted. Yesterday was fun enough, so I don't think there's any harm in going again. I mean, it's a science club. What's the worst thing that could happen? My hand froze on the handle of the door, two high-pitched squeaks coming from inside. I steadily opened the door to Amy's bag. She jumped in place in a stereotypical girly way. Following her leap, there's a slightly shorter cat wearing tight clothing. The rest of the students seemed to be watching with either annoyance or peculiarity. The rest of the students were literally 3 other persons. Besides the professor, who hasn't arrived yet. I walked to my seat slowly. Amy was too focused talking to the other chick that she didn't even notice my stride. Oh my god, the way you did that, girl! The black cat blushed. I told you I did. I took a seat in the very corner of the room. The wolf in front of me exhaled loudly as I took a seat. I think he muttered something. The girls were so loud I was unable to hear. They continued to talk really loudly. Every millisecond where their silence was cherished. Unfortunately, I didn't hold back. After a bit, I thought they were finally going to stop. But then 5 minutes passed. Then 10. Then 15. I only hope now is the teacher to come and finally shut him up. It's really running late today. Hey, psst, Zach. The wolf mumbled while keeping his focused gaze on the scenery displayed in the sky above us. Do you think Dick will come in today? He shrugged, still ignoring me. The sky sure is pretty today, isn't it? No response. Hope it rains. Rain's nice. After he ignored me yet again, decided to leave my amazing thoughts to myself. As if on cue, the girl seemed to simmer down and finally noticed my presence. Oh, Lucas, didn't see you there. Brooke, this is Lucas. This is the guy I was talking about. Amy whispered not so quietly. Ignoring that remark, I cleared my throat and puffed my chest, trying so desperately to look cooler. Hi, pleasure to meet you, Brooke. Brooke looked at Amy with surprised, raised brow. Your pleasure. She showed me a sly, flirty smirk. She took a step closer to me. She was merely an inch away from touching me. The height difference made her breath land on my neck fur. I shuddered at the uncomfortable feeling. You are too close, lady. Oh, Amy, look at him. He's all worked up for no reason. I can give you a reason to be worked up, though. She took a step back and giggled. Surprisingly, the giggle was way deeper than I'd expected it to be. It didn't come off as squeaky or annoying. It was really close to a chuckle, actually. I'm fine, thank you. I bowed and took a step back, impaling myself at the corner of my desk. I winced at the pain, but still sat down as quickly as I could. I completely turned my head towards the window. Please leave. Lucas, are you okay? I refused to turn around, deciding merely to show her a thumbs up. Oh, sorry, big guy. Amy told me you're skittish, so I wanted to play a little. She placed her hand on my shoulder, making a small circular motion. Amy, look, he's shaking. I swear I'm this much of a virgin, I just can't control it. Well, I am a virgin, but that's beside the point. Oh, is poor little Lucas bad with women? My face kept burning up as the giggles behind me intensified. It didn't trust my voice not come out in a pathetic way, so I just stayed quiet. I took a little bit of teasing and look at me, already a mess. I need to work on that. Amy and Brooke started to engage in small talk, their voices slightly farther away now. That's good. Finally intense and plummeted into my desk, resting my face against the hard piece of wood. Nice first impression, Lucas. I don't think I'm some sort of social guy who can't even introduce himself correctly. I thought I was doing better. He looks as if he wanted to cry. Did you see how lame I looked? So embarrassing. He chuckled lowly. The sound coming from the hall made me instinctively turn my head, noting how the girls were still talking. I couldn't hear them as well as before, but I catch some very expressive hand motions and head tilts from my quick peek. They seem to get along. Zach hummed in agreement. You're my class freshman year. No one shut the fuck up. Our homeroom teacher back then was ready to murder them by the end of the year. Were a goat not as loud, they wouldn't have gotten as much shit. Zach humped and diverted the gaze from the duo, now looking at the very empty seat of the teacher. Shouldn't he have gotten here by now? Oh shit, he's half an hour late. The wolf seemed to get lost in thought, so I left him be. I saw the two girls were looking at us from outside with goofy expressions, heads tainting the glass. Oh, shit, I should go and try to make a better impression this time. You feeling better, loser? Yeah, thanks. I'm sorry again, didn't mean to make you that uncomfy. She winked. It's kind of my fault. I need to work on my social skills. But hey, you seem cool. Really surprised you're friends with Amy. What do you mean by that, asshole? I couldn't help the shit-eating grin that appeared on my face. She's a mess, but still decent. I'm way better than you, thanks. You two met in freshman year, right? No, we're childhood friends. But it's only in freshman year when we tried out the cheerleaders, we became besties. Let me tell you, this girl up here was the most flexible out there. The captain hated us, she didn't make the cut. Oh, screw her. But yeah, that's how we met. Then around the first month I joined the digital art club. She's also there. We even tried making a comic. Oh really? That sounds laborious. It was. We ended up only releasing 5 chapters, so we cancelled the project altogether. She scratched her neck awkwardly, but still kept smiling. One of the things the club does right now is how they force you to do a project in your clubs. I mean, I know now I never want to try making a comic or a book, but I wouldn't have known if I wasn't pushed to do it. And it's really fun doing with my BFF. They hugged sideways. It does sound really cool. Maybe I could give it a read. What's it called? I don't think I want to show you that. It's not exactly good. Hey, come on. I won't judge, promise. That's 100% a lie. It's about a homoerotic vampire story that took place in the 1600s. Trust me, you don't want to see it. Why does that sound awfully familiar? No way. Wait, my friend told me about a story like that around a year ago. She's really into it. Emma never had any girlfriends. She always showed her little old me a shitty fanfiction and webcomics. I, of course, always told her they were cringe, but in reality I'm a sucker for those poorly written love stories. I'm taking this information to my grave. Nonetheless, the story I'm thinking of fits that specific description, but it could be one of many of that genre. I remember the protagonist was called Katniss, as in the character of that Hungry Games book. Now, how do I ask if that comic is there without sounding like a fucking loser? Amy and Brooke are both whispering themselves, waiting for me to question them about it. Nah, I'm not asking them. I have a feeling that that's their comic. It certainly felt as the writing was done by teens. Sorry, I think it's a different story than the one I was thinking of. Amy sighed while Brooke huffed. Is it bad I kind of want you to know? You mean that comic was big enough to reach people outside of our circle? Dude, if you did read the story, you know how I've read the 4th chapter. Think I live in peace knowing he read all that? Oh, yeah. Good thing he doesn't know. Wait, I remember. Chapter 4 was when the prince had sex with the vampire for 20 scenes. The name of the comic was The Vampire's Arrival. Yeah, I'm not telling them I read that. Oh, is the story NSFW? Then I probably didn't read it. Liar. Good. Now, Lucas, I have to talk with Brooke about some girl stuff that would probably gross you out, so why don't you go chat with someone else for a bit? She briefly gave it some thought. She'd rather have no other friends and that she's leaving me to perish. But since her face looks seconds away from exploding, I'll give her a pass. Alright, I'll let you two be. It's a pleasure to meet you, Brooke. Hope we get to see each other in the future. Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you too. I gave her a small awkward hug before pulling away. She blushed. Bye, Amy. Where's my hug? Sweaty girls don't get hugged. Remember it for next time. I winked with confidence. She wasn't actually sweating, but she foolishly believed me. Then she had an incredulous look and started blushing even harder. I rolled my eyes with a sigh. It was a joke. Don't beat yourself over it. I hugged her quickly. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Oh, there's no one here. Suppose the club got cancelled for the day. I could either go home and start preparing the food or just go somewhere quiet to do my homework. I think there's a library somewhere. Libraries are always interesting. Well, I don't want to go home just yet. Also have to know where other places are besides my classroom and the gym. Also, the library provides some air conditioning, and that's more than enough incentive for me to go there. Well then, better start looking for it. After mindlessly walking around the facilities, I ended up asking a guard at the bottom floor where the place was since I couldn't find it. It was in the adjacent building not too far from where I was, so I got there quickly. The search was worth it, so I ended up knowing where the rest of the facilities of the school were at. Also, the library did have an air conditioner. Combine that with a few people there and bam, I got myself a new hideaway. I walked for a little bit, looking for a desk with a window nearby. Oh, there's Zach. I tapped his shoulder and waved. He looked briefly at my direction, then looked back at his phone, ignoring me. I took a seat directly in front of him, leaving my backpack by my feet. Didn't even spare a glance at me. May I help you? He took one of his earphones out as he talked. Oh, just wanted to finish some homework and saw you sitting here. Just decided to drop by and say hi. Hi. The male greeted me with the most bored expression one could have. I'm busy. Leave. Hey, come on, at least try to make small talk or something. Why don't you ask me about my day? He ignored me completely. Well, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at math. I'm about to do tomorrow's homework. Maybe I can pass it along if I stay here. I smiled smugly. Zach sighed and put his second earbud back on, turned the volume so high that I could hear it from where I was. Okay. Well, considering the guy seems pretty annoyed and I'm being pretty childish, I have two possible options. Either A, leave him and follow the original plan, do my homework by myself, or B, which is keep being annoying for absolutely no reason. idea what it is about Zach, but I can't help but feel connected. It reminds me of myself for some reason. But why? Maybe, just maybe, the reason I want to keep getting to know him is because I, as a person, want to be more social. And he strikes me as someone similar to me. Or maybe I'm just delusional. You know what? What's the worst that could happen? Deciding to keep being a nuisance, I dragged my chair to his left, barely an inch of distance between our shoulders. Did you know if you sit down beside someone, you never really have to make eye contact? Meaning I have to keep one less thing in mind in the conversation. The wolf turned to look at me, taking his last earbud out and placing his phone on the table. Listen, I don't want to make you think we're friends. Hey, aren't we? No. I'll shut up or leave while I'm still asking nicely. For the final huff, he started watching the same video from before. Sorry. Well, that went well. While the male ignored me, I finally opened my notebook to do my homework. Where's the fun in that? I pretended to do it while trying to take some peeps here and there. Don't really know why I was so focused on getting to know him. It's one of those really weird hunches I can't help but follow. If I get my ass beaten, then I can just blame curiosity. After roughly 10 minutes of me stealing glances his way, noticed he was watching a football game with strong intent. I hadn't watched enough football to know the names of the team, but I recognised one of their logos. It was the Bald Eagle. I'm not misremembering, that's the team my dad supported before he passed away. Oh yeah, the name was literally the Bee-Eagles. And the other teams are the Dashing Devils. Guess I still remember some of it. The end of the game was nearing, the Beagles were down by exactly 3 points. I don't exactly remember how the plays are made and all the strategy parts into it. What I do know is in the exact situation they shouldn't kick. They needed the entire 6 points of the touchdown to take the lead. Still, I'm no professional, so I guess going for the tie is not a bad idea. The wolf seemed to notice me yet again. He growled as a response, his pearly white fangs showing. I also like football. I used to watch it with my dad before he passed away. God, how long has it been? X years? Zach seemed to give up and sighed, tilting his phone as small as fit for me to see better. He then handed me the right earbud. The game was nearly finished after one of the teams completed the kick and tied the score. The opposing team was preparing to do the last play. I assumed Zach was rooting for the Dashing Devils since he looked annoyed when this play was happening. Well, he always looks annoyed, but the grinding of his teeth was a clear signal. I'm so observant. His teeth were ridiculously sharp, which made me quite anxious. I mean, a guy could kind of rip up my throat if he wanted to. That would definitely make the news too. Teen murdered by schoolmate for being annoying. At least I got a complete page for myself in the yearbook. Tempting. The sound of a guy screaming as his life depended on it brought me out of my unique train of thoughts of getting mauled by a friend. It was the quarterback who made a Hail Mary pass. He got tackled immediately after the throw. Again, I don't know too much about strategy. Wouldn't it have been better just play safe and win in overtime? I don't exactly hate this play, John. Might as well do a Euro since they don't look to have the energy to win in OT. Euro means you only live once, Eric. I bet my left nut the guy isn't under 50. Yeah, that's very interesting, Josh. Oh, would you look at that? The Dashing Devils decided to bet it on as you can see the ball is going really far. His voice surprisingly got cut off by the sound of the roaring audience. The ball ended up being catched just inside the touchdown area by one of the wide receivers. Holy shit, the viewers are shouting their ass off. I took the earphone out and put it beside Zach's hand. Wow, that was a really ballsy play. I looked to my right. Zach was actually full-blown staring at me, ignoring the game with a neutral expression. Oh, we met before. He tilted his head. Shouldn't you have asked this on Monday? He slowly blinked as if saying, answer the question. But no, I think I would remember some of your fur pattern. And also a realisation must have come upon, but he started this look of disbelief on his features. Hey man, come on, quit staring. Do you think I'm a normal person who doesn't get flustered if stared at? Sorry. Must be imagining things. You can tell me if you'd like. He placed his earphone on the table and turned off his phone so he saved it in his pocket. He huffed and grabbed a math book out of his backpack. Oh, that's the homework I did after you berated me for no reason. Don't spout nonsense. I rolled my eyes playfully and passed him my open notebook. His suspicious face switched from my notebook to my face. What do you want? Huh? He closed my notebook harshly, throwing it to the ground. I got up and tried to put some distance between us, but he quickly followed through my actions, stalking slowly with a threatening aura. Wait, what's he doing? I asked, what do you want? You keep being a nuisance. Hey, buddy, why don't we calm down first? I got back my way up to the corner. He grabbed my neck with an iron-tight grip, putting a pressure on to make me go into emergency mode. Placing both my palms in his chest, I was able to push him away. The sound of my beating heart was preventing me from hearing the wolf's voice, his open mouth moving continuously. Sorry for bothering you. I just want to be friends, but I understand if you don't want to. You didn't need to assault me. Asshole. I pushed past him and grabbed my backpack, then hugged it with all the adrenaline that begged to come out. I fought the urge to say anything else and left with a light jog. From now on, I'm staying the fuck away from that guy. Having Amy as a friend is more than enough for me anyways. I didn't feel sad nor angry enough to cry, but the blood rush into my ears was enough to make me on edge. I made a fool out of myself. I walked home trying to shake off the feeling of shame. I'm home. I was expecting silence from maybe when the twins welcomed me, but instead I saw my mom on the kitchen counter talking on the phone. She looked at me and smiled kindly, then proceeded to excuse herself on the phone. Sweetie, I haven't seen you all week. Hi Mom, good to see you. Why are you here? Were you able to get off work earlier today? Fortunately for me, my boss sent everyone home since he had a family emergency. So I took the opportunity to get home earlier and cook for all of you. Her giddy smile made me grin as well. I normally tend to use this free time to rest, but since I know how stubborn you are, I won't even bother today. She shrugged her shoulders nonchalantly. I want to take care of my family. Surely there isn't any harm in that. As long as you remember to rest, then there isn't. Yeah. She rolled her eyes playfully. Now, how's school been? Have you made some friends? I have. I met this girl called Amy who's really spontaneous. She's a bit weird first, but I got used to it quickly. At least she's fun. Fun to make fun of. Well, that's nice. Is it just her? Yep. What about the teacher? Are they good? Not what I've seen these past days, no. But I think I'll manage. I scratched my head sheepishly, walking over to the kitchen counter. Without exchanging any words, Mom passed me a knife and some vegetables to cut. I started with the onion. Don't cut that fast, you'll hurt yourself. I remember this plenty of times, Mom, don't worry. I could feel her gaze on my face, but I kept looking at the food. Eventually she sighed and looked at the food again. So, has anyone catch your eye yet? Mom! She curved her eyebrows cockingly. Oh, Lucas, remember how you were in middle school, always coming home talking about your crushes? But knowing you probably never confessed, right? As if I had the balls. Mom rolled her eyes and put her veggies on the frying pan, stirring them constantly. Are you done with the onion? In a second. I passed her the food and took a seat on the kitchenette, watching her back. Her clothes looked even more wrinkled from behind. But no, Mom, no one's caught my eye yet. But did I tell you I had to join a club? It's apparently a requirement for graduation. I think I'm happy I went to the... She continued to cook, for I kept telling my anecdotes these past 3 days. She had the occasional comment here and there, but otherwise stayed silent. She put the stove on low heat and took a seat just in front of me, sighing loudly as she finally rested. I was able to see her face properly, saw she had very prominent eye bags, and her face overall looked really cold. But alas, the warmth of her eyes was enough to contradict her facial features. All of her biological children took her eye colour, a warm yellow. Ethan was a combination of both Mom and Dad, being a yellowish orange while the kids are both exactly like her. Every time I looked at the family photo, I always felt out of place, as if I didn't belong. I mean, what's a dragon and a fox have in common appearance-wise? Absolutely nothing. That was enough to make me conscious about it. Gosh, I'd be lying if I didn't like the contrast now. Makes me feel special. Sweetie, you're making that face again. Her face fell, tiredness and preoccupation filling her features. Oh, sorry, it was just lost in thoughts. Is it about that? Before I could refute her, she talked again. How you been holding up with everything? You know about that. I wasn't actually thinking about that today. I'd been looking forward to talk with Mom about it. And as you were talking, I stress I don't remember you being as nervous as you seem to be. Sure you overthought a lot, but was it always this bad? Yeah. Oh, Mom, sorry for making you worry. Just there were more people in the club than I'd expected and couldn't help but feel a bit anxious. But I'm getting better. I'm actually really happy about that. She had that doubtful look on her face but said nothing further. Yeah, talking about it today doesn't seem like the best move. Can wait. On another note, I was thinking of buying some clothes later this week. Kind of want a jacket or something cooler. My previous one doesn't fit me anymore. Which is a bummer since I liked how comfy it was. I rambled on, not realising she was full blown out staring at me. You know I'm proud of you, you know? Oh, thanks. I mean, my little baby's growing so fast. You're basically an adult now. You'll be an amazing man, I just know it. I smiled awkwardly, but incredibly happy. About that jacket, there's marking in my work building. Next time I get the chance, I'll buy it for you. Do you need any more clothes? I don't think so. I can give you some of my money if you don't have. No need. Now help me with the chicken. The twins should be arriving soon. They will be starving. I'd read a cook and we both left the meal to cook while still talking in the kitchenette about dumb stuff. Like the move we saw a month ago and how the twins are holding up at school. I need to be with them more. And that's how Max accidentally got on the baseball team. And since Lily didn't want to wait for him to finish, he enrolled into school choir. Tried to make some time to get a competition or something. Chances are I won't be able to go and they'll need family support. Of course I will. Good. She sighed with tired content. Why don't you go and do some homework? I kind of want to enjoy a bit of science before the storm arrives. I nodded with a smile. Also, Lucas. Yes? She warmly chuckled. They told me they walked in on you naked yesterday. Trying to traumatise them for life, please. That was not my fault. They didn't even knock on the door. Regardless, they're far too young to be traumatised in such a way. Bye, Mom. So I went to my room, exhausted. Today's been such a long day, but a good day nonetheless. I did my homework and wrote in my journal before falling to a dreamless sleep. Day 4, August 27th. I woke up feeling tired today. The feeling of fatigue depressed me throughout the morning. I don't know why, but I had one of the shittiest nights of sleep yesterday. I kept waking up in the middle of the night, haunted by nightmares from past events. It's not a rare occurrence, and when it eventually happens, it's impossible for me to do anything, including sleep. My mind just freezes. Last night was no different. As a result, I felt like a zombie the entirety of the first period, drifting in and out of consciousness. I know Dick saw me, but didn't care enough to say anything and left me to sleep. Well, knowing the teacher couldn't care less that I slept through his class, my mind relaxed and completely passed out, only to be woken up by the period change. After the bell rang, I managed to finally wake up feeling ever so slightly better. I mean, my muscles felt like they were going to give out if I put the minimum amount of force into them, but I could keep my eyes open. Which makes me wonder, how the fuck did I manage to get to school today without getting run over by a car? Hello there, Sleeping Beauty. Were you able to catch some Z's? I couldn't help the yawn that escaped me. Amy's smirk intensified. What happened to you? You look like shit. Oh, thanks, Amy. I rubbed my temples, my mind not really appreciating the girl's loud and shrieky voice. God, my head is killing me. What time is it? The bell just rang. Ringed? Amy coughed, hiding some of the embarrassment that crept onto her face that not knowing basic grammar. It should be like 8:40. Nonetheless, she shook the embarrassment off and started reaching into her bra, where she started to pull on something. I was too tired to look away or question her behaviour. After some tug, she pulled her phone out. So for right now, it's exactly 8:41. Why? Well, there's this thing called time. I'm sure you heard of it. As time passes... Like they continued on their rambling, I started doing the same motion she had just now, reaching into my chest and pulling something from it. She understood almost immediately. Oh, our skirts don't exactly have pockets, and having my backpack isn't practical enough, so I just put it in my bra. She shrugged nonchalantly. I sighed loudly. Oh, to make the girl self-conscious, at least make her think about how weird it is to have a phone in your boobs. And surprisingly, she didn't seem bothered. Suddenly, Amy stood from her chair, nodding towards the hall, signalling me to follow her. I thought a groan as the girl walked away. I saw some people listening in. I know you're tired, but I just didn't want them to overhear. I don't think they care. That's what they make you think. This is high school, Lucas. Everyone's looking to get some dirt on you. I could just lie, though. I really don't think we're that special to listen to our rambling. Just trust me on this one. It doesn't hurt to take precautions. I shrugged. Also, I thought the standing for a bit might help you in waking up. She showed me a toothy grin. I couldn't help but smile back at her. Oh, thanks, Amy. Of course. Anyway, you look like a bus ran over you multiple times at full speed. Are you really okay? Yeah, I often have some difficulty falling asleep. It doesn't happen that often, though. Maybe like once or twice a month. I saw her eyes peel in surprise. It's nothing you should worry about, though. I've already seen a specialist. Who wouldn't prescribe me pills since I just had these episodes once every while. So he just told me not to drink coffee after breakfast and to shower before sleeping. Of course, it didn't help me at all. But Mom doesn't need to know that. I stretched my arms and legs to try to get my blood pumping. The action failed. It made me feel dizzy and even more drained than before. I may have to go get some coffee soon. I don't know if I'm strong enough to take whatever glass we have right now without it. I'm pretty sure we have free calc next. Oh, that's not too bad. Are you kidding me? She threw her hands in the air to emphasise. We're not even a week in, I already feel left behind. Also, Dick ignores me every time I raise my hand. Oh yeah, he told us we can only ask one question per class since answering stupid questions is a waste of time. Well, if it makes you feel any better, remember Dick is a dick. Heh, I've said dick twice. But you do know we've only gone over the subjects from previous courses, right? Oh, indeed, my friend. Well, we still have like 5 minutes to get your coffee if you want. Sure. Just I opened my mouth, the bell rang. Fuck. I opened the classroom door. After you. Thanks, I guess. The period went over pretty quickly. It's actually a fun class. Dick was super clear and having to use my brain helped me wake up. On the other hand, when I turned to look at Amy, she looked appalled. Even though I slept through most of the first period, I can confidently say that was the only hiccup of the day. The rest of the classes are all interesting and thoroughly explained. Though maybe in the coffee I drank after math class that's making me all hyperactive. Never been the best at handling caffeine. Anyways, I don't think I'm being hyper. I just think the subjects are all pretty simple and easy to grasp. Especially US history. I tend to struggle quite a bit in remembering all of the names and dates, but thankfully today proved no challenge for my caffeine mind. Nice. And before I even knew it, the final bell of the day rang and students started filling the halls. The sound nullifying Dick's lecture seemed as eager as us to get out of the classroom. Finally! Now we don't have the shitty club left and the day is finally over. Amy talked a bit too loudly, and even though Dick was sitting at his desk at the complete opposite of the room, he heard her. He just inhaled sharply and clicked his tongue. Pretty sure I saw his mouth move. I couldn't really confirm it since everyone in front of me started leaving their seats and walking around, covering my view of him. If he did say something, then my guess is a not-so-pleasant retort about Amy's intelligence. God, what's he want now? She glared at her phone. Is everything okay? Yeah, just something I need to take care of real quick. See you at the club? Yep, see you there. She ended up walking away with a look of uneasiness. Well, there's no use staying here now that she's gone. As soon as I walked out of the room, I saw a group of jocks talking near some lockers, all wearing stereotypical varsity jackets. I'll never read it out loud, but deep down there's a part of me that wishes to be like them. Then again, I don't need a varsity jacket nor fake friends. I have Amy now. Kind of want to invite her to the movies or something to hang out. I wonder if she'll take it as me flirting or just me being a friend wanting to hang out. I could take her to them all. I have a feeling she'd like that. I think girls like shopping. I'd say it's a good idea. I can tell her today and start making proper plans this weekend. Speaking of which, I can't believe the week's almost over. Now I only have today and tomorrow to try the club, so I'm to settle for one. Then again, I don't think... Someone likely bumped into me from behind, earning snickers from other people there. Looked back, watching some popular guy snicker while the guy in front of me blushed. Looked familiar. Hey, sorry, I kind of lost my foot in there. Name's Lamb. He held his hand out in a formal manner. I shook his trembling hand. Lucas. He just nodded, energetically staring at me. Can I help you? He audibly gulped. Sorry. He scratched his neck sheepishly. Yeah, I knew you, right? I nodded skeptically. What could he want? He has gym shorts. Is he scouting me to join his team? No, that's way too hopeful. Bully? Could be, but he seems a bit too embarrassed. It's best to play it safe and get on his good side. Yeah, I'm new. Cool. I just wanted to meet you. He awkwardly admitted. Okay, I can do this. I'm the most charming person on the planet. I'm charming. Oh, I'm flattered. I flashed him a smile. His anxious stance calmed. Is this party happening tomorrow? I want to know if you wanted to come. He visibly cringed at his choice of words, but still tried to play it cool. Soon didn't help his group of friends weren't very discreet in hiding their amusement from the situation. I'll think about it, but just letting you know in advance, I'm not exactly the life of the party. I guess I'll be the judge of that. Here. He handed me a piece of paper with his phone number. The paper was neatly folded. Feel free to call me whenever you want. I couldn't help but chuckle. That's kind of cute. Thanks, Lamb. I patted his shoulder in a friendly manner. I have to get going, but I'll make sure to shoot you a message later today. I'll be waiting for it. Well, see you later? Lamb nodded and turned around, still blushing. His friend group received him with laughter and snorts while Lamb shoved them off annoyed. Still, I didn't miss how he kept stealing glances at my frozen form as his friends dragged him away. As soon as they were out of my sight, I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. God, I did it. I didn't stutter or say something dumb. I smiled giddily as I saved his contact. That was a first. Someone asking for my number. He even invited me to a party. He knew that getting hit on felt so good. Oh, and I can't wait to see Amy's reaction. She's going to go crazy. I sighed dreamily. After steadying my breathing, I was able to slightly calm down. Where was I? Oh yeah, club activity. Where am I going today? Do I try a new club or stick to the one from yesterday? Well, we'll change it round for today. Let's, the track team. I love running, but I should try something else with a little more interaction. You know, it's my own good. I can't help but feel down about it. Okay. Out of the remaining available activities, these are one that caught my eye. Well, I don't really want around Zach after how he was yesterday. Dodgeball was much fun, so that kind of leaves us with the basketball team. I think I'm going to go with basketball. It's a fun sport with a cool environment. Sounds promising enough. Well, I guess it's decided then. I'm trying out for the basketball team. I headed to the gym with a confident stride. It took me a little time to get there because I was practically jogging, excited to start. It's also has its lights open. I should probably head in. I walked into a gymnasium full of people. The smell of sweat invaded my nostrils. I scanned the area to search for the club manager, who I assume will be my gym teacher. As I noticed yesterday, the gym was quite spacious. There are multiple courts in here. There was a dodgeball, volleyball, tennis and basketball court. Everyone seemed pretty focused on activities, not even turning to the sound of the door opening. Most of the teams practicing were only for the male division. All of the aspiring athletes were wearing the school's sports uniforms, which tucked their muscles pretty nicely. It was difficult not to stare. Muscles. Hey kid, you lost or something? I saw my gym teacher shout from all the way across the room, earning me more looks and whispers from everyone in the middle. I jumped in place, flush again caught staring at someone as they were a piece of meat. My flush intensified as I saw more and more people staring at me. Well, why are you here, kid? I was just leaving, I say before clutching my backpack and turning around. Well, that went well. Oh, wait. She jogged me at alarming speed, mindlessly crossing through the basketball court. Players didn't seem to mind though. It's just a joke, bucko. Loosen up. She punched my shoulder playfully. I was about to rub it, but her intense gaze narrowed on me, freezing me in place. Well, she's kind of stared at me for about a minute while I'm trying to my hardest to stop my awkward blush. At this point, I don't think my awkwardness will ever leave my body. May I leave now, Mum? Her cheeks reddened a little. Oh, sorry, I was thinking about something. She erected her posture and cleared the non-existent dust off her clothes. Hi there, Lucas, right? You're in my senior class, I'm not misremembering. Yes, Mum. I puffed my chest, trying to look slightly more intimidating. I'm guessing you're here for the tryouts. She grinned mischievously. Tryouts? For the club? I guess? She arched an eyebrow. You guess? Don't look at me like that, I've no idea how this works. God damn it, Lucas, stop the awkwardness once and for all. I'm here for the club activities, not for the school's team, Mum. Am I in the correct place? She hummed. She inspected me from top to bottom, analysing my form. I refused to even breathe. I just kept my fake smile on and endured. Looks like you have a nice shape, kid. You'd probably enter a team easily. I laughed awkwardly. She was getting desperate. She thinks I have a nice shape. Thanks for the offer, Mum, but I'm really not interested in joining a team. She frowned not so subtly. Well, do you know if you join a team you won't get final exams? I looked around the room, trying to avoid her intense presence. Nobody's looking at us anymore. I think I should get going. Wait. She started fiddling with her fingers. I'm going to be completely honest with you, kid. I lost a lot of plays in the male division due to a new video game that came out of God knows what. Come on, with people leaving to focus on their studies to get a good college, that left me with little to work with. I don't have enough players for any of the teams. I have to register the participants in a couple of weeks for the upcoming tournaments. You look kind of athletic. At least she's trying. I don't know, Mum. I don't feel like I'm the most optimal person for a team. It's nothing against you. I'm just not sure I want to try. I don't get to see my professor holding a confident expression. Then do the tryout. We test you can see if this sport is for you and you have what it takes. Go to the locker room and open locker 124. There's a pair of shorts that should fit you there. She tossed me some keys. You know where the locker room is, right, kiddo? She pulled out a whistle and took a step towards me. You have 2 minutes, kid. Go. God damn it, my ears. Well, the clock is ticking. She doesn't even look apologetic. She's just grinning. Let's get this over with. After changing, I went back to the entrance. Good, you didn't stall. I would have I had thought of it. And kid, first of all, we have 5 teams. The track team, the basketball team, the football team, the tennis team, the dodgeball team. Out of those 5, the only one you can't enter is the football team. Why is that? The team is close to full. I'm not letting you in where you have 4 of the teams with much needed participants. I wasn't going for football anyway. Do you know how to play tennis? Never tried it. Well, it takes a lot of time to get decent at it, and a single go won't suffice. So, what sport are you here for? Well, I know for a fact I want to be on the dodgeball team, because in my experience yesterday, I don't think I have a lot of fun. I did say I had to be more social. Being on the track team kind of defeats that purpose. I also think Derek's there, and he was nice. The basketball team it is. I'd like to try basketball if that's not too much of a hassle for you. Of course not, bucko. This way. She guided me to where the court was, which was literally 10 steps away. Once we arrived, I saw there were only about 6 people in the basketball club. Wow, aren't basketball teams like 10 plus players or something? If noticing my doubt, the teacher patted me on the back. I did tell you we were a few people. But don't worry, every day we'll get more and more people. Alright boys, the kid's here for tryouts. Derek recognised me pretty quickly and flashed me a bright smile. Hey bro, how are you? I'm fine, thanks. Alright boys, leave the talking for later. The kid's here for tryouts. She smiled devilishly. And do you know what that means? Many of the team members sighed in defeat. Yes, ma'am. I'm glad that all of you are excited. She glared at the impressed boys sitting on the bench. But for those who don't know, tryout days mean heavy exercising. She poked me with her elbow. Everyone can join the team, Bucko. You're going to have to prove yourself. Let's put you to the test. I'll give you 5 minutes to warm up and prepare. That shit's so obnoxious. I started stretching myself, starting from the top. What's up, man? Glad to see you here. The canine spoke from beside me, showed me a bright smile. I nodded with a small smile. Surprised when I saw you walking here. Thought you lost or something. I heard you're looking to join the team. Suppose I made a good impression yesterday if you came here. He smiled cockily, showed me his bright white teeth. Don't give yourself too much credit. I've always enjoyed sports. I'm not the best at basketball, but it's fun. It really is. I like how much consistency the sport requires. Don't they all? Yeah, but it's different here. I'm glad you came today. Tryout days are the best. Derek decided to join my warm-up exercises, deciding he was too energetic to only talk. Did you see the looks from your teammates? Doubt today will be fun. His smile somehow intensified. I wonder whatever drug you were having. Well, it's this tradition we have our hardest work on these days, with the goal to scare out the weak. Also, make sure that you guys aren't too far behind in terms of physical condition, technique and all of that. Do you believe that yesterday not a single guy came here? They all went for the football team. So we ended up doing basically nothing, so I'm happy today's going to be different. He patted my back in a bro manner. Yeah, well, hope it all goes well. It will do, trust the process. First hour is pure stamina test, and the second hour will be the actual sport. Anyways, how long have you been playing basketball for? I played twice. He doesn't need to know that. Not for long, but I think I'm decent enough. Liar, once you start playing, you'll notice. I can't see you play, man. Shit. That means reach you the team before we start. He grabbed my wrist and carefully dragged me towards the rest of the team, all resting on the bench with a really sad look on their face. Alright guys, this is Lucas. I tried to wave as least awkwardly as I possibly could. Which was pretty awkward. That's Lam and Adam. They're from the same classes as you can probably remember their faces. The one in the purple shirt ignored me, while the one in the turquoise one waved at me. I waved in return with a small, shy smile. While they're similar, they're not blood related. You can try telling them apart like I do. The cool one is Adam, and Lam's the one with the stick up his ass. Lam shot him a dirty look. Told you. He chuckled. Anyways, that's Lewis. The coyote in question had heavy eye bags under his eyes, his gaze not leaving the floor. Damn, finding someone like me. He's more energetic than you think. I'm just depressed. Huge mood. Come on, don't say that. It's true, though. Derek rolled his eyes. Moving on, that's Duncan. Like the rest of his teammates, the panther didn't seem to care, refusing to take his eyes off his phone. He waved a hand at me regardless. And it's Tony, who hasn't arrived yet. He went on awkwardly for a second, recomposed himself when he heard the teacher's whistle. Well, children, I hope you're ready. Get on court. Hesitantly, all 5 of us walked into the court. Except for Derek, of course. I'll be watching you closely, so don't think for a single second you are not being judged. Out of the way, we're going to start with the endurance test first. Someone from my right side. Rules are simple. If you get out or faint before the new blood does, you lose. And remember, punishment is cleaning duty for all next week. There's in the circuit structure. First some burpees, then you do laps around the court, we do push-ups and then sit-ups. We do this in a 50-10 format as well. Since then, most you don't remember what that means, it's 50 seconds of repetitions and 10 for rest. Enough talk, are you all ready? Yes, ma'am. Good. Start. Wait, which one did we have to do first? Derek's doing burpees, so it's better to follow what he's doing. Goal is not to be last. I think I can manage. Remember, 50 seconds reps, 10 seconds rest. If you take more time to rest, you're disqualified, okay? People grunted as a response. Focus on your breathing, this will be easy peasy, Lucas. Break. So, how are you liking it here? Dude, really? Right now? Again. I rolled my sleeves to my shoulders in a jump. Yeah, talking helps keep your mind away from the pain in your body. And to lose your focus. That too, yeah. This guy. To answer your questions, a bit different from my other school. but a good different. I'm glad, man. You'll get used to it pretty quickly. Break! Derek used his wristband to wipe the sweat off his forehead. Academics, you holding up well? Yeah, thanks for the concern. Mom? He rolled his eyes. You're welcome, sweetie. Repeat! Talking to him was taking my breath away, but improved my humour. His smile is that contagious. You said you're on a different team previous years, right? Why basketball now? Oh, simple. Because this loser asked me to. He bumped his shoulder into the guy from his right who didn't look very pleased about being bothered right now. Sounds very fun. Don't think I only joined because of him. You joined the science club I asked you to. Oh, no sir. Sports my limit, thank you very much. You would. Break! I chuckled. Okay, maybe some classes, but not math or physics. I'd rather not eat for a week than go there. It gives me chills just thinking of it. It's better than history, that's for sure. Yeah, absolutely not. It's more useful to learn about the past than some dumb numbers. He doesn't like using his brain, as you can see. Shut up! He laughed in response. Stop! God, you kids can talk. I was hoping you'd shut up soon after starting. You just kept talking. Hey, you finished the burpees while constantly talking. Congrats. Now on to the run. Can I have a 5-minute water break? Why'd you ask you already know the answer is? Come on, dude. Better stop before she gets mad. She's really passionate, as you can see. Tell me about it. Is she even allowed to talk to students like that? Probably not, but knows mean enough to go report her. And you better keep it that way. She showed him across the court with a playful smile on her face. She is cool. See how she gets when we're in a tourney. She gets really grumpy. It's more funny than anything. Hey, what are you talking about over there? I heard my name. After some time I asked Eric to shut up since I was beginning to get tired. Fortunately, he didn't take it personally. We ended up finishing one circuit, which is about 15 minutes. Beginning the second one, the coyote who said he was depressed fainted. Felt bad for him, but happy I passed the first test. Congratulations, kiddo, you weren't the first one to faint. Look at that guy, pathetic. Starting to get tired as well, really did my best to hide it since everyone else looked mostly fine. Now the second test, and thankfully the last one was about the actual sport, which had me a bit preoccupied, to be honest. So what do we do now? Should we take him to the infirmary? You're so nice for offering. Such a kind gesture of your teammate. Yes, please take him. Really, Vivian? Hey, it's Professor for you, brat. Sure, Viv. Lamb carried the guy who fainted out of the gym while muttering swear words. Heh, loser. Well, that's just us four now. It was the teacher, Derek, another guy, me. You should be quick enough. Get on court, kiddo. She's talking to me, right? Derek placed his big palm on my back, gently pushing me to the court. Well, I guess it was me. Who else would it be? You're the one trying out to me. Well, come on. I'm sorry. I placed myself in the middle of the court. Show me your aim, kid. Get a 3-pointer, you have 2 tries. Just like that. She smirked. Just like that. She grabbed the ball and threw it at me, bounced off my chest onto the floor. I heard a snicker from the dodgeball court. I grabbed the ball, a bit embarrassed, and walked just behind the 3-point line. Okay, if I'm not misremembering, the trick was to focus on the wrist movement. I took a deep breath and took my shot. Hit the square in the board, but the shot missed. You have another try? Stop those whistles, lady. My ears are sensitive. I tried again. The shot actually had the same direction the last one did, bounced in the same place, missing by the same margin. Damn, you suck ass. Go on, he's probably just nervous. Is that it? Is the tryout finished? She barely laughed. Patience, child, we're not done. Derek on court. Yes, ma'am. He ran to me at an alarming speed and placed himself just beside me. She threw him a ball and opposed me, didn't drop it. Place yourself, you're defending, you blood. If he scores, you lose. Easy, right? No. Eric started bouncing the ball in place, not moving from the middle of the court. I bent my knees, trying to be able to react if he decided to run in any direction. But the guy had the audacity to shake his shot from across the court. And it scored. Imagine my embarrassment. Kid, you have to take the ball from him. What are you doing? Sorry. Again. That was what happened the next 30 minutes. Me trying to prove that I wasn't as shit as I was, while Derek seemed to be having the time of his life out playing me. At some point the bell rang and a lot of people ended up leaving, both from this club and the other ones who were in the gym. I wanted to say I was ready to accept defeat and leave, but I was a bit scared of asking. So I did what any reasonable introvert would. Keep quiet and follow instructions to avoid conflict. Kid, you are a complete ass. I know. How much I've left to continue this? It's way past the engine time. God, my legs are trembling. Sorry to meet your expectations, Mum. Yeah, about that. Congratulations, Brat, you got in. What? I asked, amazed. Back up, we have 5 people in the team. The minimum to register is 10 counting substitutions. If you're in a wheelchair, you've still gotten in. Well, I feel like shit now. Eric smiled widely, showing his canine smile at the teacher. You, great. We'll be hanging around together after class and practice and hit the gym together. I'll get improved, bro, don't worry. The teacher smiled creepily at us, mischievously enjoying my suffering. Ahem. She coughed, trying to grab the attention of the oblivious canine. Lucas, while you suck at the sport itself, you have a really good endurance and don't give up. That's more than enough to work with. Don't feel disheartened by your utter lack of talent. You have the physical ability to push you to be a good player. As long as you commit, you'll be a great asset to the team. Utter lack of talent. Now, to the team registration sheet. Remember, you have the rest of the week to choose an alternative. Remember, you are welcome to. Thank you, Mum. I had fun. I'm excited to keep improving. My brother's waiting for me at home, though, so I think I should be taking my leave. Why so formal? I'm just trying to be cordial. Sure, whatevs. She had the audacity to scratch your butt after that. Pleasure to meet you, Bucko. Hope to see you here next practice. Thanks. Bye now. Wait, after leave as well, we can head out together. My social battery's kind of on the floor, but I didn't have the heart to say no. If anything's back in the bathroom, give me 2. He left running. He's an energetic guy. Known him for 4 years almost. He's looking a bit down yesterday in the beginning of today. Seems to like you, just saying. See you tomorrow. She bowed her head slightly as she excused herself politely. So now you're hooked. Didn't have to wait long before Derek came back. There we go, ready to leave? I nodded. I'm so tired right now. He chuckled, a strong, deep sound. I can imagine. After you here, the team was really sad yesterday since some friends of ours left the team on a pretty sour note. Oh well, you smiled a lot yesterday, you're already cool in my eyes. I'm counting on you to help me lift the team's spirits. He placed his right hand on my shoulder and squeezed it lightly. Don't even know I'll join you, but if I do, you can count on me. Also, if I were to join, how would things be? Excuse me? Oh, sorry, when I get tired I tend to half-speak every sentence. What I mean was that, I'm not sure if this works, but there are positions and strategies and all that, right? Oh, that. Well, you wouldn't be the power forward in the centre considering your physique. Point guard requires a lot of knowledge of the game and good strategy, so for your first time in a team it might not be the best idea to put you there. So that leaves us a small forward and shooting guard. In a nutshell, the shooting guard job is to set up offensive plays. And small forward is the most versatile one. You can use the guy in this position to focus on defence, score points, etc. Depends on what strategy you want to go with, really. I think if you put the small forward better than the others, since you need to be quick. I saw you doing laps, mister. You're really fast. Anyways, next session we'll probably try in different positions. Don't think too hard about it. But at least you know a bit more about the sport now. To be honest, I'm so tired I understood like a quarter of what he said. I nodded anyway. I'm excited. You clearly look so. Sorry. It's kind of one end of the day now. Handstand, man. Don't sweat it. Do you need a ride? I don't mind. Oh no, I wouldn't want to be a bother. You wouldn't be. I can see it in your face. You kind of want a bit of peace after such hard training, right? Yeah, a little bit. I'm tired. Alright, I'll let you go. We should hang around soon, you know. Integration of the team and all that. I'd like that. Nice. I'll see you tomorrow. I extended my hand for a high five. He stared at it for a bit. Then rolled his eyes and proceeded to hug the hell out of me. Exactly like yesterday. Just that this time we were both sweaty and smelly. Gross. Sorry, I just like hugging. Bye. He waved as he walked the opposite way from me where the parking lot was. I'm home. So that's it for now for Journal. There are a few glitches in the codes as I've mentioned, so we were kind of repeating ourselves through the day we'd already done because we chose a different club, I think. So that's it happens. Coding is tricky, and as I heard when I was helping beta test and alpha test the game, little thing, 99 little bugs in the code. Find one, squash it, patch it around. 375 little bugs in the code. So that is understandable. But I did want you to see some other stuff going through here. So we will probably change things a bit. I don't know what's happening with the journal. Hopefully it'll be coming back at some point. So what I probably will do is, away from the videos, I will actually redo some stuff to get things run a little more smoothly, and then we'll pick it up, probably sticking with the science club or the basketball club from the beginning, which seems to upset the code when I'm playing here. So yeah, we'll figure that one out, and we'll see what happens. There's a small scene there which I ended up cutting out because it was repeating and confusing me. But Amy had to go away, so Uncle's in a car accident. He's fine, so I'm getting a ride, so nothing to worry about there. But we'll see what goes on sometime. As I said, I'm following journal, and if I hear any updates from it, I will let you all know, and we can go from there. But before I go, as always, thank you to all my donors on Ko-fi and Patreon. My top patrons are Omar, Rafu, Spiderling, Samuto, Tiger Cub, Arama Tarasu, Vulpers Need Coffee, Andy Peng, Aaron Fox, Bastian, Bieka, Ryan Hall, Copus Visser, Dissonance, Exact, Grizz, Harvest Mouse Productions, Ida Korval, Evan King, Kartek, Matt Kenya, Mary Cervantes, and Mohammed Al Zamel. So special thanks to all of those for supporting the channel, and to you for just watching. There's no point in me doing this if no one's actually watching, really. It's fun, but sometimes it's just not worth the time. Speaking of fun, there'll be a new series coming on this weekend. Start up one new one, and then we're going to be carrying on with some other stuff through August and returning to my little hotel before long as well. Just took a bit of a break from that. Now it's time to go back to it. I'm looking forward to that. As I said, there will be more journal around. At some point, I will keep an eye on each page. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.